What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today, when I talk to you about Hologram, I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what really drove it to go so high after hours today, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Hologram did go down 5.49% today, 4.91 million shares being traded, 6.21 is the average. No official news, no SEC filings, nothing along those lines to really justify the uptrend. And it did settle roughly around that $3.03 range, up 35.27%. So you do see a lot of people speculating, saying that there's a agreement coming out, so people are going to be using Hologram's technology, or there's either an SEC document to really justify this. So a lot of people are saying that this is going to go to $10 and everything else. And so when it comes down to the real reason why it did go up is because of shorts. And of course, it wasn't just a small amount. You can kind of see after hours, there was a significant amount of volume. Normally, it doesn't take that much volume to move any stock after hours, but this is a substantial amount. So when it comes down to shorts, let's talk on that for a second. So 14.13% of the free float is being shorted. That works out to be 811.32 thousand shares overall are being shorted. Utilization is 76.02, and then cost to borrow average is 63.32. Ultimately, shorts did increase about 28.36 thousand shares. Just drawing your attention to this, so near the tail end of the day, you see that they did increase about 344,000 shares. So after hours, they did go from increasing 344,000 to only increasing 28. So roughly, they did return after hours, roughly about 320,000 shares. Pretty amazing stuff. Question is that everyone has to answer, why? Are they privy to some news that might be coming out maybe tomorrow or something else? In my opinion, especially under this channel, I like to look at a lot of data and kind of analyze what is really moving a stock price. And so one app I do like to use is this. So I like to ask AI essentially what is moving a stock price and whether it's a buy, sell, some of the recent news. So this website right here, you can kind of see I just asked it, is Hologram a buy right now? And it does say yes, a long position is advantageous, goes over the explanation right here, potential benefits and potential risks. Obviously, I'm not going to go through this. You guys can just pause it and read through this at your own leisure. But the fact that AI is saying that it is a good long position right now does lead me to believe that it was the same kind of criterion mentality that caused shorts to return some shares. Because a lot of the volume that's being done throughout the day, as well as through shorts, is done by AI. So if this AI is saying that it is a long play right now, what's to say that it wasn't the same situation for shorts? And again, under this channel, I like to go over a lot of data, including technicals. So let's talk on that for a second, because this kind of will group everything together. So with it closing at $2.24, not counting the after hours activity, it did trade between this S3 and this S2. So it did have a low of $2.15, so it did bounce off of this S3. Usually what does happen whenever it bounces off of a very strong support, it does tend to trend in the opposite direction. So meaning in this case, it would be going up, gaining some positive momentum. And so AI probably is picking up off of this very strong support being touched and it bouncing off of that and signaling that as a buy. So same goes for shorts. So at the end of the day, once AI is analyzing what happened with obviously every single stock, they see the technicals, and in Hologram's case, it bouncing off of this is signaling a nice buy, then yes, this is where shorts probably did return some shares and everything else. So in reality, that's a very positive thing. So with it closing after hours at 303, it is now trading between this S1 and the pivot. So just watch for 273 to hold tomorrow. And then aside from that, $3.08 for that to be the next strong target. Of course, that's just simply looking at the technicals in among themselves. If there is news that does come out and maybe shorts somehow were privy to some information, then this is where you could see a very nice spike up in the stock price, because looking right here, you do see stochastic being very oversold. So if there's a good piece of news, you will see a rush of value investors, causing the whole momentum play to be in full force. Number of retail investors have been kind of maintaining themselves, so I think overall that's a good thing. Still lower percentile of the Bollinger Band as well. So with after hours, or the after hours activity, it did really transition it into the higher percentile of the boiling event. So really helping the underlying stock and the technicals and everything else. Again, the real question is, why did shorts return? I do feel it has something to do with it bouncing off of this very strong support, but I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts on Hologram. Why do you think it did go up after hours? Do you think it's just going to maintain or go to $10? A lot of people seem to be speculating that after hours. So what's your thoughts? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, make sure you guys definitely take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 7 fractional shares of the MicroCloud. So $35 total value. So that's pretty good return on investment for throwing $100 at the account. So make sure you guys take advantage of this. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.